Now, there's been a lot of interest, of course, from around the world, some scientists saying that perhaps this announcement is too early and too optimistic. Tell us a little bit about some of the criticism that you are fielding and also about the peer review process that will still now go ahead.
Well, we really haven't had a lot of criticism that isn't answered if someone would actually read these peer-reviewed papers. We've actually published the papers in an incredible open access journal called eLife so that any human being in the world can download them. Any scientist can. We've gone even further. We published every measurement we've taken, and we published the 3D models. So I think a lot of the criticism that's come out I've seen in early news reports were people who either hadn't read the papers because they hadn't had time to, because they were only released at 11 o'clock yesterday morning, or that they perhaps hadn't had time to go through the enormous amount of research that's been published here and digest it. The few statements I've heard really indicate that they haven't explored how the great detail that we've described of this incredible assemblage of 15 individuals, 1,550 specimens we've described. Now, how we did it so fast? Well, I think that our science has largely been done by scientists who are actually based overseas. And they travel to Africa, very often East Africa, only on their summer vacation and spend a relatively short amount of time. One of the advantages of this being led by us here as a South African university in South African teams is we can work full time on this material. Added to that, using technology to exchange information and bringing together scientists, the National Research Foundation here funded a workshop and we brought over 60 scientists here. Tens of thousands of person hours have been spent on this, perhaps as many or more than are on the majority of species ever published. We're very confident with the research published, confident with the papers, and confident that this species will stand the test of time.
It was certainly an interesting and innovative decision to allow all that research to be made public and accessible to anybody in the world. Why that decision? Why not keep the research traditionally behind a paywall? Why did you make this decision?
Well, because I think our generation of scientists and the younger generation of scientists that's coming along view access to information in a different way than perhaps previous generations. We believe that information should be shared broadly, not only with scientists, but with the world. We also believe that information gains value when you do this. And, we were dealing with such a huge number of fossils that to share this with the scientific community so everyone can work on it seemed the logical way. Yes, we could have stuck it behind a paywall, but that's not what we chose to do.